out defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, we're waiting. We're waiting.
Watch the other.
On second down, Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Ryan looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it, and the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
Close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And Rosas pulled it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 34. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. No, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Hey, 59, ready.
I got you, boy.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40.
59, ready.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. The first down carry here for Johnson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey,
going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense. that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The drive will start with Connor. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now here's Mahomes. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Titans! Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. He's got Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Go, go, go.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Caught right side, Davis. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it with Johnson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a carry for the big fella. This is Jameis Olawale. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
What we got? He's coming. Double up, double up.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
59, ready. 280.
Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he stopped immediately there. Brandon Carr there to make the stop. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Titans. Marquise Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. Off to Thomas on the left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Temple, Rocky Sin. Thomas, the intended target.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the defense loses him. It's complete. The 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Hollywood, Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Ryan going for the deep ball. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, get tight.
Throwing again. Ryan. Uncorks one for Davis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jackson. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And it's 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Right there in the middle, 55. Here I come.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And got his man complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
57 colors, 57 colors. 54. Mike, 50.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Mahomes. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will be from 56 yards out. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Miller with a first down and more. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Titan football. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
On second down, Connor looking for space. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
15. 54. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Marquise Brown, 48 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
I don't think you got it, son.
Now it's Ryan. Buying time to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Coming to you. Switch.
On the toss, here's Johnson. Oh, he shifts past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kerryon Johnson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction, because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's got Miller. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Again, it's Johnson. He's going to have the first down past the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's put that team on the...
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Ryan. That's caught inside the 20. And they can't bring him down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Vance McDonald, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be fielded at the 8. They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Ryan. Screenplay, Johnson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Ryan, his throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. When you put up a token press, make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run it with Johnson, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, they pick up their second win now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.